It is good to see you again, warrior. I want to thank you once more for protecting our abbey the night that Manimarco attacked. The fire of my gratitude still burns bright. Quite correct. A former student requires my assistance, but I cannot do what is necessary on my own. Fighting the dragons that plague elsewhere seems an impossible task, but the Dragonguard once successfully hunted them. Tombs. I will search one, you the other, using this Dragonguard seal. The seal will activate 3 glyphs, which, in turn, will reveal the entrance to the tomb. Find the 3 glyphs in Tenzelwil. Let me mark their locations on your map, along with where I think the hidden tomb lies. It's an heirloom my former student provided. It contains a minor enchantment that reveals hidden glyphs. We can discuss that later. Right now, we have our own tasks to accomplish. Remember, the dragons are already loose and elsewhere. Expert? Far from it. I started looking into the history to help my former student. When the last emperor of the Riemann dynasty was assassinated, the Dragonguard were disbanded. Various emperors in the intervening years have formed their own versions to add legitimacy to their rule, but they were never the same. Once you determine the nature of the 3 glyphs, you can use that knowledge to reveal the entrance to the tomb. I'll answer what I can, but understand that my knowledge is based mostly on theory and conjecture. A series of glyphs act as a sort of key to the tomb they are connected to.
Welcome.
Ah, there you are. It appears you were as successful as I. Did your tomb contain anything of note? Interesting. I found a similar map, but to a different location. This might be exactly what my former student was hoping for. The damage was mostly superficial, though there is still much work to do to fully restore the Abbey. I think it best if my student introduces himself, in his own way. We can depart for the Abbey of Blades as soon as you're ready. Follow me, warrior. I find the view from this approach most inspiring. Behold, my home and heart, the Abbey of Blades. Many blade masters earned their titles on these hallowed grounds. My student waits inside. I think he'll be pleased to receive the maps you carry.
My old friend. It's good to see you again, Vestige. Ready to once again answer Tamriel's latest cry for help? I returned to the Abbey to help Kasura rebuild. I'm not much of a carpenter, but I do what I can. When the dragons invaded elsewhere, I knew my duty was to fight against them, and I began to search for the wisdom of the ancient Dragonguard. Yes. The maps appear to be the right age. The sanctuaries they lead to may well contain the knowledge and relics I seek. We must visit these sites as soon as possible. Speak to Kasura. She uncovered an ancient Dragonguard tool known as a grappling bow. Find Kasura near the entrance to the training hall, just north of here. She has a grappling bow that you can train with. Meanwhile, I'll study the maps you found and make ready for our journey. Meet with me by the stables after you speak with Kasura.
Warrior, did Sai Sahan find the maps as interesting as I expected? Ah, yes, the grappling bow. A most useful device. Like someone combined a crossbow with a grappling hook. So we believe. The device requires incredible skill, however. So far, none of my students have mastered it. I expected you to rise to the challenge. Well, I can certainly tell you what Sai has told me. When the Dragonguard hunted dragons, they each crafted their own grappling bow. This one was found in a Dragonguard's grave. Dragons fly. Dragonguard do not. Instead, the Dragonguard utilized the grappling bow to reach higher ground. I don't think any of us will have time to train to that level. With a little practice. Ready to train with the grappling bow? Use the grappling bow to get up to the roof of the training hall and light the brazier you find there. Start on the ledge of the building behind us. Merely follow the grappling points until you reach the roof of the training hall. Good. Start on the ledge of the building behind us. Merely follow the grappling points until you reach...
This old warrior has deciphered the first map. It leads to the Windscour Temple, hidden atop the ruins of Hunding's Watch. Excellent. As the saying goes, a weapon is only as reliable as the soldier who wields it. Anything we can use against the dragons. Tomes describing hunting techniques and strategies. Weapons. Honestly, whatever appears to be useful. Let's be on our way then. Yes, sir? I'll secure the horses while you go on ahead.
Smell.
Dragonguard sanctuary was hidden beneath Hunding's watch all this time. It seems this sanctuary won't easily give up its secrets. Come, let us speak. It appears the sanctuary's archives are out of reach. I agree. After all, with the proper application of will, the way always opens. I am familiar with these personages. The statues represent the 4 greatest Grand Masters the Dragonguard have ever known. Gellin Brawl, who helped establish the Order. A brazier stands before each. Perhaps if we were to light them, they would reveal a way forward. Though I also suspect there's a proper order to it all. We honor you, Grand Masters of old. May your flames burn eternal. Did it. Look, a grapple point has appeared on the platform above. What an archive. If the Empire knew anything, it's the value of keeping good records. Discovered so far. Have you found anything useful? The Horn of Jadari? This journal claims it's a dragon horn of great power. Truly? That makes your experience invaluable to our efforts. Tell me, what does a dragon horn look like? So the legends are true. Incredible. Dragon Horn would give us the edge we desperately need to combat the dragon invasion of elsewhere. After all, the dragon is far easier to fight on the ground than in the sky. Storm Talon Temple. That's the location revealed by the second map. It's near the entrance to Afrin's Hold in Stormhaven. We should head there at once and see what we can find. So this is Storm Talon Temple. Seems more like a maze. It appears the sanctuary has fallen into ruin, blocking our path to the archives. Why did you try using your grappling bow? There may be a path forward that we just can't see from this vantage point. Excellent work. Now see what you can find in the archives. Any luck over there? Were you able to find the Horn of Jadari? Interesting. We should prepare to face further challenges. Neither Windscour nor Storm Talon were easy to navigate. We can take the horses to Windhelm and then search on foot from there.
They should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they'd meet us here after an evening of prayer, right?
That's what she said, but I don't see them. Maybe what the traveling merchant said is true.
I don't see a way farther into the sanctuary. Perhaps you'll have better luck. No, that doesn't seem helpful. You should try looking somewhere else. Nothing useful yet? Grapple point. There's an urn beside it. Why don't you see what it contains? That's dragon bone powder. The ancient Dragonguard used it in their ceremonies. Of course. The powder reveals a hidden path. Follow it, quickly! Another archive. No dragon horn in sight. Let's look around. Have you found something? Did you find anything? By Lecky's blade! Of all the possibilities I imagined, that was never among them. No matter the dangers, we must retrieve that dragon horn. Such a journey requires planning and preparation. Let's return to the Abbey of Blades and check in with Kasura.
The warrior returns. Was your search of the Dragonguard sanctuary successful? Dragonhorn? I have heard of such relics in stories and legends. Stolen by a dragon. Well, Sai-Sahan has always enjoyed a good challenge. A long way to go. But such a relic is what Sai was hoping to find when he set forth upon this path.
I assume you told Kasura of our adventure, warrior. When you brought the Dragonguard sanctuary maps to me, I had no idea what we would find. Those who risk nothing inadvertently risk it all. Either we face this single dragon to gain a dragon horn, or we face a horde without such a weapon at our side. But what's risk without reward? Here's something for the aid you provided thus far. The journals we discovered in the Dragonguard sanctuaries point to one obvious conclusion. The Horn of Jadari exists, but was stolen by the dragon Valoxan. We must enter the dragon's lair in southern Elsewhere and retrieve the horn. The journals indicated that the horn was indestructible, and Stendar knows that dragons are as close to immortal and unchanging as the earth and sky. Despite its age, the map included with the journal clearly shows where we must go. A dormant volcano in southern Elsewhere. The horses will carry us to the nearest port. From there, we can charter a boat and sail to southern Elsewhere. dragon's lair should be nearby. Be on your guard, warrior. Prepare yourself, warrior. Who knows what awaits us in there? Curious. Seems this place once served as a Kwama mine, though it appears abandoned now. Hide in the shadows, beast. Come fight us in the light!
You sound just like the Dragonguard who last graced these halls.
The Dragonguard who sought the Horn of Jadari in ages past. May your light burn eternal, old warrior.
Born of my cowardly brother. Like the Dragonguard, death will be your only reward.
The Horn of Jadari? Is that the Horn of Alox's brother? It appears this soldier was killed by Kwama. It must have been a massive swarm. Stay alert. I fear the beast lays a trap for us. The dragon's roar has stirred the Quama. Defend yourself! Dragon uses Quama as a form of defense. How cowardly. Step quickly. We don't want to be caught in the open. Biceps scales. The drawbridge blocks our way. See if you can find any clue as to how to operate the pulleys. Notice the pulleys? They should help us lower the drawbridge. Try to lower the drawbridge, you say? Kenarthi is the Khajiit god of travel, not unlike Tava, the bird god. Alkosh is called Akatosh by most, the dragon god of time. And the main is a Khajiit spiritual leader. Each pulley features an icon, a bird, an hourglass, or a Khajiit. This riddle must hint toward where to position the two pulleys of each icon. Remember, Kenarthi flies overhead. Alkosh stands in glory. warriors just ahead. At last, we have reclaimed the Horn of Jadari!
The dragon.
Beast attacks! To arms!
Pity I don't share my brother's sentiment.
Return to the Abbey of Blades.
It is good to see you hale and whole, warrior. You found the dragon horn. By Lecky's perfect blade, that is good news.
I've returned, and I bring the dragon horn. Come, let us speak. Now that we have the Horn of Jadari, our true work begins. As the saying goes, strike when the opportunity appears. Most certainly. You saw how it knocked Veloxen out of the sky, granting us a significant advantage in battle. Veloxen implied that the dragon horn was willingly given by another of its kind. But what manner of dragon would give away its own horn? And for what purpose? I must train with the dragon horn and prepare for what lies ahead. And so must you, warrior. When the time comes, I will call for your aid. When the Dragonguard dies, we say a prayer. May your flame burn eternal. I've been far too busy. Between helping rebuild the Abbey and finding a way to fight the dragon invasion and elsewhere, there's been little time to socialize. Yes, she did. For a time. I hoped she would join me in my efforts to reclaim the wisdom of the Dragonguard. I'm afraid she did not say. Perhaps it was something she wished to do alone, or perhaps she was afraid I would forsake my duties and join her. Reports tell me that the dragons have moved into southern elsewhere, ravaging towns and villages along the way. We won't be alone. We'll rally others to our cause. Those willing to take up the mantle of the dragon hunters of old. It will be glorious.